Whitecross with You Will Find It There. This is a CBT lesson for Jason. Left off on the bottom of page 5, and I don't know if it cut off part of it in the last video. I think I should backtrack a few seconds here. I was talking about where it said repeat no star and doing the 8-7-6 on the A string, building this flat 5 chord, which would be this. So let's take it from there. 8-7-6, all with the index on the well, I said the A string there, so lift that ring, and then middle finger 7D. But lift those two ring together. That's called a flat 5 chord. After that, we have 7, 9, 9, 10 on A, D, G, B. This is would be an E suspended chord. Let me see what we have for strum though. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Oh. Let me do it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, down, up, change. That change just eliminate the pinky to where now you're doing 7, 9, 9, 9. We did a part like this earlier, but it wasn't on the same chord, but it was the same type of chord, a suspended to a major. So then guitar solo number 2, which I believe this is actually the outro solo. It plays this, yes it is. And let me play the riff first so you can kind of hear what we're doing. Which is well, that's it for that page, and then it goes to page, hold on here, yeah, it's going to go to page 6. So 14G is just your start. You'll see parentheses around it, so it's just to give you a start point. Third finger, slide to 19 and then bend it. Those are tough too sometimes. 17B, E, and then 20B, 17E. You're going to bend the B though. So we have, and that's also down up on the end. So okay, now we can go to page 6. The top of page 6 does this. See. And you can experiment with fingering this too. I did write the fingers that I'm using, but if you're not feeling them, experiment. 2017, pull off on the B, and then 19G bend. Then go 17, 20, 17 on the B, up, down, up. So (19G) bend again, and then 17 on the B and E to 20B. Up on 17B, and then down on 19G bend, and then up on 17B. So that would be at 437 in the solo. Go 20E bend, hit it again in vibrato. If you get unwanted noise, keep in mind, rest that palm across the bridge as if you're palm muting. We're not using the thicker strings, so I had a student earlier today on Skype. We were doing a lesson. We were working on AC/DC Hell's Bells solo. He was getting this unwanted noise, and I had him put his hand over the upper strings. It fixed it. So that stuff's important to remember. So after that, go 17, 20 on the E again, but do a bend release. And then up on 17E, down on 20B, bend. When you do the bend, go bend, release, bend, vibrato. So, which Rex does a lot of. 441 into the solo. 17E up, 2017B down up, 1917G pull off, 19D, and that'll be a vibrato. So 5G, 7G twice, and then do a half step bend the second time on that. Release, pull off to 5, so that's. And then 7, 5, DG, so. And then 7G whole step bend, so. 5EB, up down, and then up on 5E. Knuckle shift again. You don't want. Keep them separate. So you have. Oops. Actually, in vibrato that. 446. Pretty cool little thing here. You can hear a little bit of a rake, which is kind of this technique's used in sweep picking, but it's not sweeps. Mute the D and G and go to 13B with your first finger. In order to do that, use your other fingers to lightly set over the strings and go down, down, 3 downs, but release them so you can hear the 13B. And that'll be like this. Right, so 15B, do it again, half step bend, again, half step bend, release, and then 13B. Now he does another one, middle finger 14G, but we're going to mute the A and the D string and do 3 down, so it's. So, let me try that again. I'm confused on my fingers here. We got middle finger 14G, so we're going mute, mute, 14, and then up, down on 13B, so it's. Oops. You may want to keep both of them down. Mute with these, so. 15B, bend, release, pull to 13. 14G, and then at 450 into the solo, we're going to use index finger on 7G, slide to 9. Play the riff. After you get to the 9, go 10B, 9G, 10B vibrato. Again, vibrato, 9G, 10B. You may want to go to the third finger on that and do a bend or a step and a half bend release, which would be bending this to that. It would sound like this. So you'd have. So bend, release, pick the 8. Very cool. Middle finger 9G, slide to 7. Or no, third finger, my bad. Slide to 7 and pull off to 5. So you'll have. After you do that, 7G, half step bend, release, pull to 5. 7D. Pinch harmonic 5G, quarter step bend. It'll be 7 5G, 7G bend. So then we can move to page 7. This would be jumping over to 5 on the high E. Yeah. 5E up, down up on 8-5B. Then bend 7G, up on 5B, down on 8B, pull off to 5. You'll see double dots, so that's twice. You'll go. Another cool riff, man. Jimmy Page riff. 8 pull to 5 on the B, 7 5 GB. 7 bend release pull to 5 on the G, and then 7 on the D G D. So. And then go 5G. Definitely follow the picking on this. It's critical. This is kind of like a Neil Sean riff. It's quick. And then 7 pull to 5D, and then 7 7 7 ADA, down up down. So we have. And then once you hit that final 7, hold on here. We want to take it from the pull off on 7 5D. Yeah. These are tough. 7 slide to 5, bend release. Whole step, pull off to 3, 5E, alright, next 3 5A hammer, slide to 7. 5 7 5 hammer pull on the D, 7A. So 5 7 DG hammers, and bend the last one. 5 5 BE, 8 5 pull off on the B. So that one's 8 5 pull off B, 7G. 7G, then you'll go 5 hammer to 8 on the B, 7 5 GB. Yeah, this part's cool. 7 5 GB down up. 8E, whole step bend rest, half step bend rest. So you're emulating with a bend. Love it, dude. That's 4 notes out of this monstrous, you should count how many notes are in here. But there's so many cool short riffs in here. Next is this. Yeah. Five 8 5 pick hammer pull E to 8B. 8 slide to 10, 8 10 on the E, 10 bend release, pull off to 8, 10 8 10 B vibrato. Another cool riff. Alright, then 14G. Nice riff here. 504 into the solo. 14G, 12 13 15B, 12 13 E, 12 13 12 on the E, hammer pull, and then 15 13 B. Just those 5 notes are awesome, man. Alright, and then 10E, we got to kind of jump over. And then 13B, bend release, pull off to 10. 12G, 10B. Yeah. 13-10 pull off B, 12-10-12 GBG. So you have, and then slide to 14. Another cool riff, man. Um, 13 on the B, 15 on the B. Bend, release, pull off to 13, 14 G. Alright, we need page 8. And we're going to go 13B. I'm going to speed this up a little. 13B, 15B slide to 20. 17, 20, 17, hammer pull. 20B, 17E, 20, 17 pull off B. 19G, 17, 20B, pull off to 17. 20B vibrato. There's a rest there. 17EB. You're gonna do a bend, release. Again, bend, release, and pull off to 17. 1720B. 1720E. Vibrato. 515 into the song. Go to fret 22 and do a bend. You're going to do a bend, release, and then 20 vibrato, or bend, release, bend. There it is. 15 slide to 17 on the B, quick slide, third finger. 15, 17, 15 hammer pull. 17B, 15E, 17 pull, 15B, 17G, 15B, 17, 15, 17, 15, pick hammer, or pick pull, hammer pull. 17G, 15B, 17, 14 pull off on the G. So let me play some of that. From the 15, 17E it would be. There it is. 17D. And then pick, hammer, pull, 14, 17, 14G. 17D, 14G, 17 pull, 14 on the D twice. So that would be. 17A, 14D, 17 pull, 15A, 17A, slide to 12. Actually, I think that's an approximate. And then we need 12D, slide to 14. 12G, 14D, slide to 12, pull to 10, 12A vibrato. So. 7 slide to 10 on the D, slide, 5 slide to 9, slide, mute 7 on the D, pinch harmonic, slide, mute 5 on the D, 7 slide to 5, pick the 3, and we're on the last page so I can fit this in here. 5A, half step, bend, release, 3A, 5E, 3A, half step, 5 slide to 7A, 5D, half step, 7A, slide to 5. Alright, next line, pinch harmonic 5A, you'll go. And then, I'll use third finger. 3, 7 on the A, pinch harmonic 5D, bend, release. 5A, 5 hammer to 7 on the D, pinch. 5G, half step bend. Bend, release, pull, 7G, pinch, 7D, 5-5GB, 5 hammer 7, back to the 5, 7D, 5 step, bend, release, 5E, 5 GB, 7 8 GB, slide to 9 10. Vibrato, 8E, 10 8E, 10 10 E and B. You're gonna go quarter step, bend, release, pull to the 8E, 10B vibrato, 8B, 10 10 EB, bend, release 5 times. Pull to 8E, 10B, 10 8 pull off B, 9G, 10B, step and a half, bend, release, 8 E and B, 9 slide to 7, 5G, pinch 7G, 5 5 EB, 8 bend on the B, 5 5 EB, 7 bend, 5 5 B and E. That's going to go twice. Then a single and a double.